Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing? Well, gotta turn the radio down here so I don't get a strike or whatever. Guess I'll just turn it down. Oh yeah, they're working on the highway where there used to be backup whenever I would come into Norman. And I would see the backup on the lane heading south. I always would come around via Noble, via the other way, because it's basically the same amount of time, but a couple more miles. And I would do that so I could avoid sitting in that long line of traffic. Well, now it seems like they're almost got the highway completed, but they're expanding the highway. It used to be a two-laner, basically four-lane highway, 2 lanes going south, 2 lanes going north. Now it looks like they're expanding and trying to get everything to be 3 lanes going south and 3 lanes going north. And it looks like we've come to the end of the expansion so far. They're getting closer to Purcell, I will say that, but there's still a few miles ahead. But I can guarantee you the next time they do anything as far as construction is concerned, they'll probably reach all the way down to my neck of the woods. It just got me to thinking, about just how things are changing so quick and at such a rapid pace. And how I think now in terms of everything in comparison to how I even thought 2 or 3 months ago. Hell, even 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I was talking on spirituality kind of stuff. Like there was a higher power and a creator and all that, but I don't even necessarily believe in that anymore. I'm more, I guess, an agnostic / atheist now. But that doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that I don't believe in some God outside of myself that necessarily controls everything, I believe we've been sold a pack of lies, and some of these lies that we've been told I've expounded on before and have been screaming at the top of my lungs about since 2016, or I'm sorry, 2009, for 16 years. Is how long I've been screaming about some of these things. Some of the subject matters that I talk about now are more newer, but I don't really talk about it that much on videos, but I've been involved in the activist movement since about 2015, 2016. And I've protested with the bloodstained men and their friends once, and then I've protested with Cockfight once. But I definitely support and share in what they are trying to achieve, which is to stop genital mutilation of boys across America. Circumcision is wrong. And my grandson was left intact. My grandson has everything he was born with. And that's that. Now, I told my daughter, if he chooses to have that removed once he gets older, then I'll go ahead and pay for it. But what I understand, what I know, boys aren't going to have that issue if they keep it that long. Most of them aren't going to want to get it removed. Anyways, that's just another topic that I try to cover and educate people on. I try to educate people on the dangers of jib jabs, shots, things of that nature. Again, my grandchildren are a pureblood, I guess if you want to call it that. They've never been pricked with a needle in their life. And my oldest one just turned 5 a couple of days ago. And her sister, next Wednesday, will be 4. And then their little brother, he's 1.5 years old. They're all happy, thriving, no issues. They're rarely sick. And if they do get sick, it's usually during the school year because of every other kid that's passing around gunk and garbage. But anyhow, the world is changing at a very fast and rapid rate. I've said a lot in the last 6 minutes that I've been rolling here. It's changing so fast that even content creators have no time or really to make videos about any of it because everything's just changing at such a rapid pace. There was a Chickasaw Nation cop out there in the median. It's weird that they'd be able to do it in the Chickasaw Nation. Anyhow, come off my train of thought. Oh, but as far as information, it's so fast. Like if somebody puts out, say for instance, as an example, the video on Epstein files or whatever, everything that's going on. Well, heck, within 4, 5, 6 hours, information changes, you know. By the time they make the video for that, well, information changes. That's another thing is I try not to allow what's going on outside of me to affect how I uphold myself. I'm going to continue doing what I do until I can no longer do it, is what it comes down to. So as long as there's air in my lungs and I can maneuver my physical body to do what I need to do, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue keeping on. And keeping on. And that's about it. Now, I'm almost home. There's a couple other ideas that I've got written down at home on a piece of paper that I want to talk about in depth and a little bit more thoroughly. This is just me giving a little bit of a hodgepodge of information all in one video, so to speak. I went to Norman today to collect my birthday Dutch Bros drink. I'll tell you what I got. I've got a white chocolate, dark chocolate hazelnut. I had them drizzle white chocolate and dark chocolate around the cup. And then whipped cream, birthday sprinkles, and a little bit of white chocolate and dark chocolate drizzled on top of the whipped cream. And I'll tell you what, it's delicious. But it was free too, so that's the one good thing about once a year. You can get a free birthday drink, anything you want. It don't matter. I could have had a ton more stuff put in it. I could have gotten mochi pieces put in there. I could have gotten sugar strings put on top as well if I wanted. But I just don't need all that, you know, because in reality, I am trying to cut back on my sugar intake. Today's actually pretty nice. It says it's 97 degrees out. But it's partially cloudy. And it looks like some of these clouds, I doubt they'll dump any rain on us per se. But they'll probably dump some rain on some other states that those clouds are traveling to, whatever direction they're traveling to. But yeah, see, I started this video right when I was hitting the highway. And, well, after I kind of got out of a little bit of the traffic jam, right after getting onto the highway, but basically started right when I was in the midst of control of the, you know, traffic. Now, so it only took me 10 minutes to get home. That's pretty good via highway. Normally, if I was going home via way of Highway 77 through east side of Norman into Noble, Slaughterville, Lexington, Purcell, it would take me more like probably 20 minutes. 20 to 25 minutes. And I still got 50 miles available. And when I left, I think I had like 79 miles. So I've only utilized about 30 miles, which is about what I drove. It's about 13 miles up there and 13 miles back via the highway. And then the miles that I accumulated, driving to Dutch Bros, and then I went to Dollar Tree also. Picked up a couple of gift bags, a couple of coloring books. I got both girls as presents yesterday. I got them each a dress, and they each got a coloring book, and that should suffice for their birthday present. I'm a firm believer that kids need more love, praise, and affection than they need gifts or materialistic items to make them happy. So I'm that grandma that's, if I'm going to buy them anything, it's going to be something that they can, wear, like a piece of clothing. Anyway, much love, everybody. Peace, love, hugs, nugs. I'm sure I'll be back on with another video if I don't get it recorded. I might get it recorded tonight, but I might not upload it for like another day or two. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll make a video and I'll decide if I'm going to upload it or not based off of my state of mind at that point in time. There's sometimes I've made videos where I was just ranting and raving and I just needed a sounding board, so to speak, but it doesn't necessarily mean that because I used my camcorder or used my laptop to be the one that listened to my frustrations, doesn't mean that I necessarily want to post those frustrations for everybody else to see. So I have some of those to go through as well. I might post some, I might not. I just got all sorts of goings-ons happening over here. So anyways, people, much love, peace, love, hugs, nugs. Until the next time.